Dr. Masoud Shajere. Now, Doctor, we saw in some of the news items we were reading about the ongoing protests across the globe. Even people in Israel are now protesting. What can you tell us, explain to us a bit about the protests that are going on all over the world?
Well, there are people protesting all around the world, and it was really interesting that you showed that clip of the protests in Israel itself. I recognized many of the protesters, people who have actually spent many years in prison for opposing sort of Zionist state. And I didn't see on those clips the son of the premier of Israel, but he's actually one of the opposition. He usually goes out in the demonstrations. Now, that actually shows that the issue is not issue of Jews or non-Jews, and actually we need to be very careful in this. I have had many emails in the last few days from very prominent anti-Zionist Jewish community who are as hurt and as over the whole issue as anyone else. But also I think, we see the Zionists are not only the Zionists who are Jews, we are seeing Christian Zionists who are indeed even more powerful than the Zionists themselves, and we've seen Zionists even within the Arab world. Zionists are those who are supporting these expansion and policies of the state of Israel, and they're not all Jews. And we need to be very clear and not allow these sort of atrocities turn us into sort of racist. And also I think what is important is at a time like now, the issue of boycotting Israeli goods and boycotting companies who actually support the state of Israel, it's very, very important, because we are going through an economical sort of situation around the world where companies are under economical pressure anyway. For us to actually increase that and actually put sanctions on those companies, Caterpillars and others, to actually make sure that they are going to lose business, is actually a very powerful way of putting pressure on the state of Israel. And I think these actions needs to be going all hand in hand. But I am in many ways really proud of the level of demonstration. I mean, the demonstration in Australia today, we've got a demonstration in London, huge one tomorrow. The first demonstration in London, which was called on sort of emergency, brought around between 3,000 to 4,000 people in the street outside the Israeli embassy. They did a setting. Even a number of them were arrested and beaten up, including members from our own office. But people actually taking action. They are really going out and they are really making sure that their voice is heard. And really we should be proud of all those who are standing for justice, who are standing as a voice of those innocent people who are being slaughtered, killed, children who are being bombed to death. And I think we need to continue, and we need to actually make sure that it is all of us, Muslim, non-Muslims, all those who love justice, to come out and actually stand against those who are implementing this barbaric injustice and war crimes.
All right, Dr. Masoud Shajere, Chairman of London-based Islamic Human Rights Commission, thank you for joining us here on Press TV.